Good afternoon, welcome to Nosey Road for the third round of this John Player competition. Wakefield first out on the pitch. Very unusual for a home match for the Saints to be second on the pitch, but here they come now, just coming out of the tunnel. Saints being led out by today's matchday mascot, who's Nigel Swan. Now Nigel's 11 years of age, he attends Scaresbury Hall School. It doesn't say where, but I'm sure that's on the way to Southport at Scaresbury. So he's certainly come a few miles to see his favourites. I know it's not very far to Southport, but a big day for young Nigel out there with his favourites. Just coming out with captain Shane Cooper. So I'll go through the teams for you now. Saints first, of course, number 1 Beavers, 2 Tanner, 3 O'Connor, 4 Loughlin, 5 Quirk, 6 Cooper, 7 Bluer, 8 Burke, 9 Cosgrove, 10 Farber, 11 Dwyer, 12 Fieldhouse, 13 Barton, 14 Neil Holding, and 15 Roy Haggerty. Matchday official there, Mr. Tennant, out there with today's mascot Nigel Swan and the captains. I'll just go through the Wakefield team for you now. Number 1, James Luluai. Number 2, Andrew Fletcher. 3, Wilson. 4, Mason. 5, Harcombe. 6, Conway. 7, Eller. 8, Todd. 9, Conway. 10, Glancy. 11, Norton. 12, Bell. 13, Graham. 14, Eden. And 15, Potts. Wakefield kick-off deep. Paul Loughlin takes it. Drives up to the 25. Nice crowd building up here at Nosey Road. It's not a very pleasant day. Very windy, real swirling wind out there on the pitch. Tony Burke taking up the running. Saints still in possession. David Cosgrove with his first full place in the actual starting 13. The ball back upfield. The kick up, taken by James Luluai, playing at full-back. One of these pacey New Zealanders that graced the boulevard at Hull in the early 80s. But finishing off here now, but Wakefield with the ball, they're not doing much with it. Plenty Saints tacklers coming in very quickly. Paul Farber back there at prop forward after sustaining a nasty ankle injury. But he's very keen to get back in. Farber very popular with the crowd. Ella kicks crossfield. David Tanner takes it as the left wing partnership of Mason and Harcombe for Wakefield give him the required yardage. Beavers attacking half-back, Saints moving it crossfield. Paul Barton now tries to straighten it up. Brought down 10 yards from the halfway line. Tony Burke. No, I thought Tony Burke was going to receive that ball. I think it's Cosgrove coming through from the action half-back position. Darren Bluer onto Paul Farber, building up ahead of steam, driving forward. Beavers on his right shoulder, but Farber has to take the tackle. So it's moving right. Cooper, little chip kick through for O'Connor. O'Connor onside, beats the defence onto David Tanner. Oh, just brought 10 yards, just brought down 10 yards short. Good ploy there from Saints, but Wakefield are penalised for kicking it, playing the ball before Tanner had actually got time to place the ball on the ground. Once it is on the ground, it's open for kicking at, but Wakefield are penalised there. Quick hands from the Saints there, little ploy from Shane Cooper, obviously kicking through. Saints have got to work on something to beat these defences. A little kick through there from Cooper. Michael O'Connor onside, and he gathered the ball safely after a little bit of interference, but he managed to get through, and Saints awarded the penalty. While Paul Loughlin is lining up there, this is the 18th season of this John Player Trophy. Saints being the winners last season, beating Leeds in the final at Wigan. It's a trophy they want to hang on to at all costs. We just haven't been putting it together really well. We played York in the first round, beat them 14-6. A tough tie here at Nosey Road last week. So it's beat Hull by 16 points to 13 with that late Michael O'Connor try. So we've got to really put it together today. Loughlin there, heads for the posts. Awkward swirling wind, but it takes it away to the right. But Wakefield are going to have to a drop out from their own 25 with the ball going dead from that Paul Loughlin kick. Ella now to kick deep. Beavers well positioned, takes it well. Drives up centre field. Lovely ball handler, Beavers, very popular with the crowd here. Bluer at dummy half, onto Paul Vortin. Steaming through Vortin. Looking hungry for work today. Saints moving it left, quick hands, Fieldhouse. Turns it back inside. The Fieldhouse had an outstanding game last week at here versus Hull. The sponsors man of the match, and Saints bringing it left, keep the ball going, Bernard Dwyer. Bluer chipping through. Can he gather it? He does so. Referee Tennant raises his hands for the last tackle. Saints move it right. Beavers kicks over to the left. Number 2, Andrew Fletcher, veteran campaigner for Wakefield. Breaks through the first line of defence, going up centre field. Good burst from this lad. He played in the semi-final. I think he was actually try scoring in the semi-final when Wakefield knocked the Saints out of the cup in '79. Ella bringing it right onto number 10, John Glancy. Big forward this lad, but solid tackling from Saints. Combined props there, Burke and Farber. Mark Graham takes it over to the left. Luluai links up in the line. Last tackle now of the set of 6 for Wakefield. Mark Graham swings it to Ella. High up and under. Phil Beavers under it, well positioned. He loses his footing. Gathers it, still loses it. Wakefield in for a try. Well, Beavers uncharacteristically lost the ball in the first attempt. You look as though he's got back to gather it. But Wakefield go in for the first score of the match. Just can't make out who's scored at present. But even though Beavers has made the mistake, he's getting the backing of the crowd. So Wakefield take an early lead, 4 points to 0 after just 5 minutes play. Well, Nigel Bell being credited with it, but I know number 4 was down there, Andrew Mason, so I'm not quite sure. Wakefield with possibly the easiest of conversions, no problem. Number 5, that is Kevin Harkham with the conversion. So after 6 minutes of play, Wakefield in the lead by 6 points to 0. Saints forced to kick off. Definitely against the run of play that, but Fletcher started that in his own 25. Created the start of the impetus for Wakefield to move upfield. John Glancy now. Might give Wakefield a little bit of heart. Spread it now to Ella. He's going to kick downfield. Hopefully peg the Saints back. Beavers gathers it safely this time. Drives upfield. Quirk was on his inside. Beavers finally taken down. Billy Conway, one of the tacklers there with number 3, Wilson. Tony Burke now taking up the running. Referee Tennant urges Wakefield to move back, but they all move up very quickly before the ball is played. David Cosgrove at dummy half, brings it blindside. Bluer kicks for touch. Well, gonna play him at their own game, haven't you? And this is it. Peg the opponents back in their own half. Hopefully to keep them there. Well, they've a 50-50 chance of getting the ball from this scrum. So Wakefield feed. And hopefully Pagan back in their own half for the remainder of the 6 tackles. Well, good example of feeding there from Steve Eller, veteran campaigner. This Aussie had a spell with Wigan about 3 or 4 seasons ago. Wakefield now moving it left. Brent Todd, New Zealand test player, but he's forced back. It's Wakefield still in possession. Solid tackling is the order of the day. Paul Barton and Bernard Dwyer quickly in there. Eller again, kicks it downfield. You know what's going to come off, don't you? The ball running, touching goal. Goes in touch behind the Saints try line, so Saints with a 25-yard tap restart. Cooper onto Les Quirk, coming centre field. Wakefield props there. Oh, David Cosgrove bursting through. Good lad, this lad, signed from Farnworth, ring the bells in witness. Had some rave games in the A-team, and he certainly burst through there. Just lacking a little bit of immediate support. But it's Saints now, spreading it right. Cooper, locked it ball. Well, a bad ball from Cooper, but Lachlan took it well. David Tanner couldn't reach it, but he goes back for it. I don't know whether he's actually gathered it. But a knock-on being ruled, whether the Wakefield man had it over there, and he knocked it forward. Yes, the Wakefield man comes up with the ball. So to scrum down, 10 yards inside the Saints half. It's a Saints feed. Ball coming out at the back of the Saints pack, but Wakefield, Eller there quickly round. It's Saints now lining out. So Tony Burke. Wakefield moving up very quickly. Cosgrove attacks in half-back. Saints spreading it left quickly to the wings. Michael O'Connor goes inside. Trying to release there, but solid tackling there. Number 4 this time, Andy Mason. Darren Bluer trying to get through, but Wakefield moving up very quickly. Referee Tennant's pointing, but he's not penalising. It's the 6th tackle now. Michael O'Connor trying to run it out to Les Quirk. John Fieldhouse inside, but the ball's released, and Wakefield had the interception. It's that man Fletcher again. Quite a speedy character. Wakefield back on the attack again. Knocking Norton there, spreading the ball left. 37 years of age, but he's definitely got some craft in that head. If he can create the openings, certainly Wakefield, and he'll try and capitalise on them. It's Wakefield in possession, 10 yards from the Saints 25. Bernard Dwyer and Darren Bluer in there at the tackle. Knocker Norton in possession now, spreading it left onto Mark Graham. Creating the gap, feeds inside. Wakefield into the corner again, are they? Oh, just bundled into touch right at the corner. Well, Knocker Norton and Mark Graham creating the gap there. As I said before, Wakefield there, they'll have to follow these men. Saints defence there held up, and they come away from the scrum. John Fieldhouse now straightens it up, drives up centre field, just manages to get over the 10-yard line, away from the Saints line. Quick hands, Michael O'Connor on the break, hands one off, goes in centre field. Tremendous pace, feeds onto Darren Bluer. Oh, Les Quirk coming back for the return pass, but Bluer's taken down, and Wakefield are penalised for holding down in the tackle. Number 12 forward there, Nigel Bell, holding the Saints player down in his efforts to get up for a quick play the ball. So Phil Beavers finds touch, just 5 yards short of the Wakefield 25. Saints trailing by 6 points to 0. David Cosgrove. Good 10-yard burst from this lad, Dwyer. Tony Burke coming through. First receiver. Backing into the tackle and driving upfield. He's still moving, Tony Burke. Tremendous drive from Tony there. Saints moving it right. Have to spread it right across. Onto Darren Bluer. Comes inside, but Wakefield moving up very quickly. Hooker Conway lying on the Bluer, trying to create a bit of space. Wakefield being penalised for offside. So a chance now for Saints to get points on the board. Just about 20 yards out and slightly to the left of the posts. Well, John Fieldhouse there at second row this afternoon. Roy Haggerty being dropped down to the substitutes bench, the substitute forward position. The subject, John Fieldhouse, the subject of a transfer offer by Oldham, 65,000 they offered, but Saints board hanging out for the full 95,000. But on last week's performance, I know you can't just go on one performance, but this lad, there was only John Fieldhouse that looked like penetrating the whole ranks last week. Anyway, Paul Loughlin, no messing, gets his first goal of the afternoon, and Saints are on the scoreboard. So after just 14 minutes play, Saints on the board there, 2 points from Paul Loughlin. That's his 40th goal of the season, his first of this afternoon, and 6 points to 2, Wakefield still in the lead. Les Quirk gathers it, going crossfield. Good strong running lad, this Quirk, but it's just a matter of breaking through this Wakefield defence, moving up very quickly. Farber now, Mark Graham finally wrestles him to the floor with the aid of another Wakefield player. It's Glancy. Well, Cosgrove, I think it is, going through and subject to a second tackle by Mark Graham, this international test New Zealand captain. Vaulting, breaks through the Wakefield defence there. Fieldhouse on his right, he couldn't release it. Last tackle of this set of 6 for the Saints. Ball back to Loughlin. Lofted kick upfield, beautiful kick. Will it find touch? No, just bounces on the point and infield. James Luluai takes it. 3-man tackle of Quirk, Bluer, and I just can't make out who the other one is, but Tony Burke quickly up there. Tony Burke was first forward up there. Wilson now, right centre for Wakefield. Billy Conway attacks in half-back, taking it left. Wakefield being pegged back, surprisingly in a 6 points to 2 lead. Ball back to Eller, kicks downfield, bounces infield. Les Quirk takes it easily. But going crossfield, stand-off Mark Conway, quickly in there. Saints players having to run back, all the lot of them there with Eller pegging them back. But David Tanner coming infield. Good run from Tanner. Up on the right wing position today with Mike Carrington, the £80,000 signing from Neath, being dropped for today's match. But Saints quick on the break. Beavers linking up well, but Wakefield moving up to the task, pegging the Saints back. Farber, blindside. Has the ball wrenched from his hands, but Saints gather it again. The tackle count is waved off. Good play there. David Cosgrove it was, saw that ball being knocked out. Wrenched out by the Wakefield players, and he came up and dropped on it. Saints still in possession now. Paul Vaulting off that ball from Darren Bluer. The referee Tennant there is urging this Wakefield side to get onside, but they haven't been doing that. He's probably one of the top 10 whistlers, up and coming now. Tennant getting charge of some of the representative games, semi-finals, etc. But he'll have to get a control today. Tony Burke looking to pass round the man to feed Les Quirk, but he couldn't do so. Last tackle of this set of 6 now. Cooper, grubbers for touch. It's the Wakefield man, I think. It's all on. Luluai takes it. Drives across field. Outpaces Shane Cooper temporarily as another Saints tackler there, Michael O'Connor it is, comes in field, and then Cooper assists with the tackle. Moving it over to the left now, Wakefield. Brent Todd coming through on the burst, but Paul Vaulting brings him down. Tremendous tackle count from Paul Vaulting. Wakefield still in possession, just inside their own half. Billy Conway taking it left to Mark Graham. Well, lofted pass, look to him forward. But it's on to Kevin Harkham. He's going down that left wing. Feeds it inside to Ella. Brilliant tackling from the six. At first, but number 4. Andy Mason goes over there for the second Wakefield try. Quick hands from Wakefield there. Mark Graham set him on the way, spread it over to the left. It was a pass that looked to hint forward, over there to Kevin Harkham, but he came inside. The tackling looked as though it held firm. The ball back to Ella, and it looked as though he was tackled, but he slipped it up to Mason, and Mason touched down about 10 yards to the left of the post. So Saints trailing there now, 10 points to 2. And Harkham there with this conversion attempt. Just about 20 yards out, and as I said, just about 10 yards to the left of the posts. Obviously Wakefield backing up very well there. As I said, the tackling looked firm, but then it just they managed to get the ball out. Obviously supporting play. Harkham it is now, I think, trying to add the extra points on. Takes it across the front of the posts, and Wakefield are forced to make a substitution now with Andrew Fletcher coming off, replaced by Phil Eden. So just halfway through this first half, Saints having to kick off. Wilson with the ball, runs into a stone wall there of Fieldhouse and Burke, but Wakefield there spreading it quickly to the left. Nigel Bell getting the ball going, but it's Billy Conway now on to Knocker Norton, taking it left. I think that's Glancy, John Glancy, came to Wakefield by Sheffield Eagles. The ball now with Knocker Norton again, putting Mark Graham through. Luluai linking up. Beavers takes Luluai, but the ball out to the try scorer there, Mason again. Well, he's in for another. So Saints being ripped to tatters here. Mason with his second try in 2 minutes. Quick hands from Wakefield there. Norton, Mark Graham creating the gap, and Wakefield further in the lead. Andrew Mason going in for his second try in 2 minutes, ripping shreds in the Saints defence there. Good ball handling skills from Wakefield. They opened the scoring in the 5th minute with a try, and quite against the run of play, but they've certainly put those last couple of tries together. This man Graham, when Saints played Wakefield in the league match earlier in the season, when Saints ran out winners 30 points to 14, Saints were without Shane Cooper, and Mark Graham was also over there in New Zealand for this World Cup match. And Steve Ella, he was at full back, and he didn't take much part in the first half really, but at half time he was moved up to the half-back position and certainly made Wakefield tick a bit better. But he's certainly making him tick at scrum half today. Harkham trying for the conversion. Yes, successful this time from a more difficult kick. So after 22 minutes of this first half, Saints trailing by 16 points to 2. Loughlin kicks off, kicks it directly dead, so that constitutes a penalty to Wakefield. Another chance for them if they want to go for goal right from the centre spot. Yes, he's told referee Tennant he's going to have a go for goal. Certainly nothing spoiling, he's as well having a go. It's a penalty with the ball going directly dead. In the Players' competition, we played Wakefield in the semi-final in the first season of the Players' competition, 71-2. They beat us in the semi-final by 14 points to 9, and we had to wait till 73-74. We played them away at Bellevue, and we drew 18 points each. In the replay here at Nosey Road, Saints run out the winners by 16 points to 10, so this is just the fourth time we've played them in this players. They're winning at present by 16 points to 2, and it's Harkin with a penalty kick. Looks good, centre field, yes, slots it over, no messing. So 18 points to 2 now for Wakefield. Saints kick off, keep it in field this time. Wilson it is, the right centre, coming up with the ball. Wakefield spreading it to the left. The crowd will have to get behind him now. Popular side faithful just to the right of us are cheering the favourites on. But from the acting half-back, Wakefield kick through. Gather the ball, it's Billy Conway. Live wire hooker. Wakefield in possession, spreading it left. Ella on to Mark Conway. Back to Ella. Still stood up. Got to bang this man down. Make no mistake with him. The last tackle of this set of 6 for Wakefield now. They're running it. Mark Conway feeding it inside. Wakefield still keep it going. Give the up and under. Beaver's right under it. No problem this time. Solid tackling there, substitute back, Phil Eden comes in with Wilson, the right centre. There's Quirk taking it upfield. Saints just have to buckle down, get to the task, settle down. Two Wakefield players injured on the far side. Mark Graham, one of them, I think, and I can't make out who the other one is. But Saints in possession, Tony Burke. But solid tackling from Wakefield. They're moving up very quickly at the play of the ball. In fact, number 8 there, Brent Todd's been penalised for an infringement at the play of the ball. A little bit of respite for the Saints there as Loughlin finds touch. Just about 8 yards short of the halfway line. David Cosgrove going to step up to start the play going. Feeds it on to Paul Farber, brings it blindside. Mark Graham and Eden bring him to ground. Cosgrove again. On to Tony Burke, takes it well, but as I said before, Wakefield moving up very quickly. Cosgrove now. On to John Fieldhouse, flicks it out, keeps it going to Cooper. On to Michael O'Connor. Good ball on to Loughlin, he's still stood in the tattle. Back to Bernard Dwyer, beats the first line of defence, but a good smother tackler from Billy Conway, the Wakefield hooker, and John Glancy comes in to assist. Dwyer couldn't release the ball. All the players on the referee's right was offside then. Good dummy by Bluer. Beat the first defence, but just couldn't get the ball out. Bolton attacked in half-back, onto Cooper, quick hands is essential, spread it over to the right. Bernard Dwyer loses his foot in, brought down. Last tackle of this set of 6. Michael O'Connor. Grubbers for touch. Will it run? Oh, just stopped in the field of play, but David Tanner, I think it is, quickly up there on the far side. Saints will have to peg Wakefield up in their own 25. They're driving it out away from their own line. Saints being urged back to get onside by referee Tennant. It's John Glancy there, brought down just a couple of yards short of the 25 line. The last tackle, so Ella here now, going to chip through. Quirk looks as though he has it covered, yes. Ella with a little chip kick and follow there. Saints in possession, Paul Loughlin, centre field, striding out, Darren Bluer on his left. With Saints back on the attack, Paul Morton, they know the urgency Saints, they'll have to get points on the board. Bluer, Cooper, juggles with it, but manages to retrieve it safely. Mark Graham brings him down. Paul Farber bringing it blindside. Releases the ball, back to David Cosgrove. Brought down just short of the 25, it's Saints in possession, but not spreading it out very well. Vaulting now, Cooper, lofty ball to O'Connor, overlap on the right, David Tanner, hurrying up that right wing, can he make the line? Just bundled into touch. Just bundled into touch, I think must have gone touching goal, so Wakefield starting off with a 25-yard tap restart. And Wakefield wanted to make a substitution now with Kevin Harkham coming off and Andrew Fletcher having to come back on. So Harkham, the goal kicker, coming off, limping off there, and Fletcher, who's just been substituted by Phil Eden, having to go back on. But it's Wakefield take a tap restart from the 25. A lot of sustained Saints pressure there, but just on the second tattle, Ella pegging the Saints back. Good deep kick. I'd say it's a bit of a swirling wind, but it must favour Wakefield with the way that ball came down the field there. Yes, you can see the touch judge's flag with the ball, the wind taking it to the right. So that'll save a lot of running for these Wakefield forwards. Darren Blue feeds, Saints come up with the ball, have to spread it out quickly to the right. Beavers in the line, gives the dummy, stretches upfield. Michael O'Connor takes it, can he outpace this Wakefield defence? Does well, O'Connor keeps him feet, but brilliant work there from Phil Beavers. The tattle count, wave back, wave clean, Saints bending it left. Onto Loughlin, Quirk on his outside, Loughlin creates the gap, Quirk hurrying up this wing, Fieldhouse on his inside, he's being dragged forward as he touched down, must be inches short. Saints now, onto Barton, yes! Barton dives over, Saints make it count after spreading the full 75, 80 yards up the field. So Saints get the first try on the board, a brilliant sweeping movement, the crowd getting behind him now, and they'll have to do this afternoon, but Vaulting going over there, his second try since coming from Manly in the close season, the Aussie close season, and he finished off there, close in, it looks no less Quirk was going to touch down, it must have been brought down, inches short, but from the play of the ball, Vaulting got the ball and he powered over. Paul Loughlin now 10 yards in from this left-hand touchline. Difficult kick against the breeze. Looks good. Yes, brilliant kick from Loughlin. Saints with the 6 points to add on, so 18 points to 8, the trailing now. Sweeping movement there from the Saints. Beavers linking up there at the back man, loose forward, beg your pardon, full back. But brilliant move upfield on the left here, and Paul Loughlin stretching his legs, created the gap. Feeding it onto Quirk. Quirk nearly touched down, and then from the play, the ball. Oh, unlucky there, but Wakefield back in possession. Eden brings it on to Fletcher. Back inside to Conway. Wakefield back on the attack there after Saints breaking through. Paul Loughlin couldn't set the ball, but Wakefield snap it up quickly. Eden takes it left to Conway. Left again to Todd. Saints will have to sustain this pressure. Can't afford to have another score on the board for the opposition. Conway, loop movement there with Norton. Takes it back inside, loose ball. Saints scoop it up, try to spread it out quickly. The idea was right there, but it just went to ground. I think it was John Fieldhouse. Tried to get the attack going. Wakefield moving up very quickly, and Saints not allowed to be able to play the ball. Tony Burke from acting half-back coming blind. Well, rather enthusiastic tackling, may I say, there from number 8, Brent Todd. Obviously, he got the bit between his teeth. He was looking for somebody. He's had a go at Tony Burke. Only a second or so, a few seconds previous, he'd had a go at Paul Farber, but none of the officials saw anything in that action. But this time, this touch judge with the red flag coming on, and referee Tennant reprimanded him, and Saints are awarded a penalty. No reason for Wakefield to mix it with the rough stuff. They're certainly doing it with good open rugby, as the score suggests. 18 points to 8 in the lead. But Saints back now, another 6 tackles to see if they can penetrate this Wakefield defence. Les Quirk coming through, first receiver from David Cosgrove. Good 10-15 yard run. Saints will have to spread it right. Paul Farber turns it back inside to Bernard Dwyer. Not been much in the action as Bernard this afternoon, but he's a good player in his own right. Paul Vartin streaming up centre field, just brought down short of the Wakefield 25. Saints looking hungry now. Bluer gives the dummy. Well, high tackle there on Bluer. Saints bring it left. Vartin sees the gap, strains up, flicks it inside, but it's a loose ball. It's all on. Well, the initial knock-on being ruled and a scrum down in the Wakefield 25. Saints certainly looking hungry, getting the bit between the teeth. They've got to buckle down to the task, trailing by 10 points. And just about 5 minutes of this first half remaining. Wakefield feed. Ella comes well, he never retired. The ball come out to the centre. Referee Tennant lets it go and then penalises Darren Bluer for not allowing Ella up, I think. Well, the ball didn't come out the back of the scrum, it was fed. He came out of this tunnel. Ella never get back on side, but Bluer ends up being penalised. Wakefield find touch just 10 yards outside their own 25. John Glancy now driving upfield, solid tackling. Cosgrove, Farber in there, banging the man to the ground. Conway, dummy half, onto Brent Todd. Bernard Dwyer quickly in there with Fieldhouse and Farber in support. Mark Graham, well, forward pass there. He's actually seen one. Forward pass from Mark Graham onto Mark Conway. Spotted by referee Tennant, so a scrum down 10 yards inside the Saints half. Saints feed, Darren Bluer there. Well, Ella offside. I should think so too. Doesn't like it. Darren Bluer comes up with the ball, and rightly so, penalised for offside. We should have had a penalty just a couple of minutes ago, but he did exactly the same thing. So Saints now on the Wakefield 25. Gotta get points on the board here now before half time. Tony Burke steaming up this left-hand touchline. Bernard Dwyer attacked in half-back. Burke finally plays the ball onto Vartin. Driving for the line, and they go in for his brace of tries, just brought down short. Tremendous break from Vartin there. Bluer bringing it back inside. Cooper onto Michael O'Connor. Cooper again. Flicks it inside to Beavers. Can he go over? Yes! Beavers is over. Referee Tennant right on the job. Brilliant work from the Saints. Beavers touches down just at the crucial time. Well, what a game of rugby we've got on our hands here. Saints coming back into it after trailing by 16 points. It's now 18-12, and surely just a formality for Paul Laughlin to bang this goal over. Paul Loughlin there, stepping up, yes, right between the sticks. Puts Saints back in with a shout now. 18 points to Wakefield, 14 to the Saints. Two tries in 7 minutes there from the Saints. One from Barton, and then that Beavers try after Barton came so close again to touching down. Certainly put the fat back in the fire now. Mark Conway, standoff for Wakefield, kicks off. Takes it deep. David Tanner took it well there, Tanner. Right in the stomach there. Good deep kick with the aid of the breeze. But it sits back in their own 25 in possession. Michael O'Connor from acting half-back. Driving up to the 25. David Cosgrove stepping up there. Just 3 minutes of this first half. Saints will want to get further points on the board. Well, Wakefield moving up. Oh, everybody there moving up with referee Tennant. If he just look to both sides, you can see Wakefield. Well, I don't think they've been onside all the match actually. Farmer there, bursting through. Plenty of Saints support now. Saints certainly with the bit between the teeth. Well, Wakefield all on the right there, offside. I mean, it could. Barton gets the ball back. This is the last tackle. Could work to our advantage if Wakefield move up. A little chip kick through. The ball to Beavers. Little chip and roll. O'Connor there again. Goes in for it, gathers it, does he? Flicks it on to Dave Tanner for a knock on, and with it being the sixth tackle, the changeover's ruled. Just 10 yards inside the Wakefield half. Just about 30 seconds of normal time remaining in this first half. 18 points to 14 to score in Wakefield's favour. And a tremendous game here, there's no danger. Well, there's the half-time hooter. So the team's going in at half-time, 18 points to 14 in Wakefield's favour. Against the run of play, Wakefield opened the scoring. The try was accredited to Nigel Bell. I just didn't know who had scored it. Harkham goaled it, 6 points to 0 for Wakefield. Then the Paul Loughlin penalty goal in the 14th minute, 6-2. Then it was all Wakefield. Tries for Mason in the 18th and 20th minute. The second one being converted by Harkham, and then a 23rd minute Harkham penalty goal. 18 points to 2 then for Wakefield. Then Saints it back in good style. A 30th minute try for Barton, converted by Loughlin, and then a 37th minute try for Beavers, converted by Loughlin. So half-time, 18-14. Again, back with you for the second half of this John Player third round clash, and what a clash we've got here at Nosey Road. Wakefield leading by 18 points to 14. Saints hitting back there in the last 10 minutes. 2 tries from Barton and Beavers. Both goal by Paul Loughlin. Bringing the score back to a bit of respectability. No substitutions in the first half or at half-time for the Saints. Wakefield with us, that double substitution there. But it's Saints to kick off. Playing with the breeze this time. Wakefield take it deep. Barton and Fieldhouse quickly in there. Billy Conway acting half-back for Wakefield. To right to John Glancy, I think that is. It's Conway again. On to the other prop. I think that is Todd. Barton and Bernard Dwyer quickly in. Conway back to Eller with a kick cross field. Shouldn't have as much penetration with his kicking this time. Steve Eller being against the breeze, and let's hope Saints can certainly capitalise on that kicking game. Play Wakefield at their own game. Paul Loughlin brought down just 5 yards inside the Wakefield half. On to Tony Burke. Centre field. Wakefield there, all offside again, but referee Tennant certainly not checking to see if the side, defending side is onside. Bernard Dwyer. Oh, lovely break from Bernard Dwyer. Man in support there. David Cosgrove it is. Last tackle of this set of 6 for Saints. Paul Farber, left to Beavers. Rubbers through, O'Connor chases it. Can he make it? Yes! Has he touched down? No, knock on being ruled. Well, it's a knock-on, obviously, by the Wakefield player, because Wakefield are taken behind the sticks there. It's number 12, Dean Bell. Taken behind the sticks, Wakefield are going to drop out. They're going to drop out from between their own sticks, but plenty Saints pressure. Obviously, a planned move there, and nearly paid off. Beavers onto O'Connor. But it's Farber now. Saints back on the attack. Farber feeds it inside to Cooper. Turns in the tattle, looking to release, but he has to take the tattle. On the break on the left there, but Wakefield come in and close down very quickly. Cooper, short ball to Tony Burke. Bluer. Bernard Dwyer looking for the gap. Flicks it inside to Beavers, in support. Left to Cooper. Gives the break, sees the break, gives the dummy. Barton coming through. Lovely ball onto Barton. Certainly moving forward in fine style. Farber! Yes! Farber goes over there. Brilliant play from the Saints. Puts Saints back on level terms. 18 points each. Just 3 minutes into the second half, and Saints in back in good style. Farber over for his 4th try of the season. Saints there with a pressure ball on the last tattle, with the Beavers kicking through. O'Connor chased it, and the Saints defence went up, tattled Wakefield behind the line. He knocked on, so that constituted a drop out from between their own lines, and from between their own sticks, I should say, on their own line. And from that drop out, Saints made it count, and Farber finishing off there in good style. Loughlin now stepping up, no problem, bangs it right between the sticks. So for the first time in this match, Saints are in the lead. $20 points to 18 for the Saints, and it's definitely a lead that Saints must not surrender at any cost. They certainly come back in good style from trailing by 14 points, and now they're leading by 2. Michael O'Connor takes the ball from the kickoff. Solid tackling there, Glancy and Knocker Norton. In with Conway at the tackle. Oh, beg your pardon, it's Todd at the tackle. Fieldhouse nearly broke through the line defence, but as his ankle held on by Bell. Tony Burke taking it over to the left, finally bundled to the ground. Cosgrove with the ball back to Loughlin. Hefty kick from Loughlin. Awkward ball. Wilson takes it, puts the ball back in place. It's quickly up there. Michael O'Connor, his opposite number, bangs him to the ground. James Luluai coming up as acting half-back, but Shane Cooper quickly over there. Wilson again from acting half-back. Plays it to himself, drives upfield. Barton, O'Connor and Shane Cooper quickly in there. Mark Graham took a bit of a knock in the first half, but he's still there. Good ball distributor, and you've got to close him down. There's another one. Knocker Norton suspiciously looking forward, pass there on to John Glancy. It's the 6th tackle now for Wakefield. Norton in possession, feeds it inside. They've only got to tackle this Wakefield man, and it's a changeover. Fieldhouse now, giving himself a little bit of space onto Farber, breaks through. Quirk comes up quickly, but Farber, the tackle on Farber's completed by Ella. Saints taking it blindside, the ball's lost and Wakefield are in possession. Ella comes up with it, you're always there and about this man. Saints moving up very quickly onto Luluai, close them down. Got to run up, play them at their own game, lie up offside, same as Wakefield have been during all the first half. Bell at dummy half, taking it right to Norton, onto Mark Conway, onto Ella. Feeds it inside, creating a bit of space, looking for a substitute back Eden, Phil Eden there. 10 yards inside the Saints half. Wakefield in possession. Norton, lofted ball over to Mark Graham. Solid tackle there on Mason. Tremendous tackle by David Tanner, I think it was. In with the point of the shoulder and bounced the man down. Change over again as Saints moving up very quickly. David Cosgrove coming away from acting half-back. Bernard Dwyer, a dummy half, takes it left to Cooper. Wakefield moving up very quickly as Burke tries to create the gap. Fieldhouse, quick hand from Saints, onto Bolton. Straightens up, drives up field, flicks a lovely ball onto Bluer. Oh! Referee Tennant rules it forward. Bluer with the line at his mercy, and referee Tennant there rules a forward pass. So scrum down right on the halfway line. Ella to feed, Wakefield come up with the ball. It's very quickly left, Lulawai in the back division. Wakefield trying to keep it going, but Saints moving up very quickly. Obviously a few words from Maestro Alex at half time. Saints could see what Wakefield were doing, and you've got to play them at their own game. Glancy now, driving up centre field. Straight runner. Billy Conway attacking half-back, taking it right there onto Todd. He flicks it back up to Steve Eller. Onto Mark Graham. Eller and Graham combination. You've got to watch him, you've got to get this man down, Graham. He's the provider. International test forward for New Zealand. Norton now, inside to Eller. Norton takes it one way, turns it inside to Eller, going on the diagonal run. It's Wakefield moving into the Saints 25 now. It's the last settle of this set of 6. Onto Eller. Looking for the gap, feeds it inside to Mason. Onto Lulawai. He's taken down, it's the changeover, that's the 6th tackle for Wakefield. They have made quite a bit of yardage there. But it's Bluer onto Bernard Dwyer. Wakefield lying up in offside position for all the match so far. Onto David Cosgrove, coming blindside. Good lad this Cosgrove. Only 20 years of age, he's a hooker, but he played most of his A-team at prop. Forward, flicks it inside to Bolton, quick hands, onto O'Connor, onto Loughlin, onto Les Quirk, down that touchline, down the left wing, Quirk with tremendous pace, inside to O'Connor, yes! Saints are over for another try! Brilliant work there! Michael O'Connor finishing off in good stand. Oh, he's not give it. I was watching the play. Now what he's giving for, I don't know. But he's brought him back to the 25, and Wakefield start with a 25-yard tap. Well, a knock-on being ruled in the in-goal area, I think, by Michael O'Connor. I think it was. So he's brought Wakefield back to the 25. They're in possession. Mark Graham bringing it blindside. Has that ball in the loose arm there and trying to release it, but solid tackling from the Saints, all firm. Onto Todd, Brent Todd, Fieldhouse and Dwyer. Saints second row combination banging down. Eller with a crossfield kick, but it doesn't go into touch. Brilliant play there by Quirk. Down the wing again. Just brought down on the halfway line. Wakefield being urged back, but penalty there at the play of the ball. Les Quirk trying to get up to play it too quickly, but being penalised. Billy Conway, the hooker for Wakefield, impeding him. So Paul Laughlin's going to have a go for goal. It's just about 2 yards inside the Wakefield half. So it's a 48-yard kick roughly. He's got the aid of the breeze. He's about 12 yards in from the main stand side touch. Saints with a slender 2 points lead, leading by 20 points to 18. They come back in good style. Wakefield, they started off the they've come up from the second division at the end of last season. They started off in good style at the beginning of the season. They beat Warrington at home 14-10, they beat Hull away 16-10, and they beat Wigan at home 25-20, so 3 good results there. They started off well, they was the top of the league, and then they just faded, but they're certainly putting a spirited display today. Well, look at that for a kicker, tremendous kick from Loughlin. 48 yards, and as I said, just 12 yards in, and he bangs it over with ease. That makes the score 22 points to 18 now for the Saints. David Tanner there coming up to the 25 line. Blue are attacked in half-back. Five goals from the trusty boot of Paul Loughlin today. He just hadn't got his kicking boots with him last week against Hull. He must have missed about 5 last week, but he certainly made amends today when it counted. Bluer grubbering through, picks it up from Bluer, inside support from Bernard Dwyer. Looking for support again onto Martin, I think it is. Saints still in possession. No, knock on being ruled. Unlucky there. Oh, it was Tony Burke, I beg your pardon, had come up there to get that ball. But the urgency there, lovely break from Bluer. Had it inside, and then just looking for support to Saints. But Wakefield come up with that ball from the scrum. Wakefield in possession just outside their own 25. Short ball there onto Mark Graham. From Glancy, I think it was. Oh, it was Todd to get that short ball. James Lulawai now. Wakefield spreading it to the right. Well, this touch judge on the near side just coming on. For whatever, I don't know. Player was over there on the far side, and then he just decided to come on. So obviously an incident midfield. There's an injured player down there, an injured Wakefield player. So Darren Bluer there being spoken to by referee Tennant. Obviously a penalty will go Wakefield's way. So Steve Eller finds touch, 10 yards inside the Saints half. Wakefield now in possession, they're trailing by 4 points. Brent Todd, this big New Zealand prop forward, drives upfield. Conway dummy half onto John Glancy. Conway again, going on his own from acting half-back, onto Nigel Bell. Wakefield now, Conway again from acting half-back. Drives into the Saints 25. Going again on his own, Conway. Went through quite a bit of feeble tackling there, but it's the 6th tackle now for Saints. They certainly can't afford to let Wakefield get on the board for the score. They're spreading it quickly to the left. Eden linking up, feeds it inside to Wilson. Just got to tackle the man, and it's the changeover. The ball's loose, and Bernard Dwyer is it that comes up with it. John Fieldhouse it is. Saints, they would have had the ball from the changeover there. John Fieldhouse now, and Wakefield moving up again in an offside position. As I said before, never been onside all the match. Bluer brings it blindside now to Barton. Short ball to O'Connor into space. Just unlucky there. Just caught by the shirt collar by Mark Graham. Tanner a dummy half. Saints moving it left. Barton, little chip kick through. It's hit the Wakefield man. It's all on. But Conway comes up with it. Steve Eller. Knock on for Wakefield. Can Saints capitalise on it? I don't know whether Saints had come up with the ball, but it was a knock-on from the Wakefield man. So it's a scrum down midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway line. Saints leading by 22 points to 18. And 16 minutes of this second half gone. Saints go up with the ball, quickly break. Cooper there, looking for space. Cooper break, going through from acting half-back. Flicks a lovely ball up to Bluer. Sidestep past Lulawai, forward, backing up. Support on the left. But Varty comes up, it must be a try. Dwyer, in for a try. Brilliant ball handling skills from the Saints now. A full 50-yard into-passing movement. Started off by Darren Bluer. He only had the full-back to beat. He tried to sidestep him, he couldn't do. But the Saints support was up there. And Bernard Dwyer finished off in good style. Bernard Dwyer going over for his 4th try of the season. Brilliant into-passing movement there from the Saints. Backing up, and that's what it's all about. You've got to back up. Follow the man with the ball, and certainly these tries will come. So another difficult kick for Paul Loughlin, 10 yards in from this popular side touchline. Right on the 25. 26 points to 18. Saints in the lead. Paul Loughlin there just composing himself, already popped 5 over. This looks good from here, right between the uprights. Brilliant kicking this afternoon from Loughlin. So 28 points to 18 now. Saints in a commanding 10 points lead after trailing by 16 points at one stage. 18 points to 2 was the score for Wakefield. Beavers now driving upfield. The Saints never in the lead in this game till the 3rd minute of this second half. Vartinder bursting through. Brilliant display from this international Pac-Man. The ball back to Loughlin for the kick upfield. Lulawai there, awkward bouncing ball, but he gathers it safely. Comes up the blind side, solid tackle from Tanner. No mistake in there, right round the legs, bangs his man down. Tanner's in again there, forward him with the tackle. Wakefield there trying to drive it upfield, glancing now. And it's Billy Conway acting half-back. Takes it right to Steve Eller, who in turn takes it right to Brent Todd. Nigel Bell at dummy half for Wakefield, going on his own from the acting half-back position. Runs into Bluer and Vartin, I think it is, and David Cosgrove as well. On to Eller now. Long ball left to Wilson, gives it out to number 4, Mason, where he kicks upfield. The ball's still alive. Still loose. Wilson comes up with it. The last, well, it's still loose. It's like a hot potato. Play allowed to go on. Loughlin comes up with it. Brilliant break from Loughlin. Lesquer just looming on his left, but he couldn't release it. And it's Saints back in possession. After a little bit of a scur there, with Wakefield moving up very quickly on the 6th tackle, and dual try scorer Mason nearly finished off there. Saints in possession now. Cooper attacked in half-back. The ball back to Loughlin, going to kick it downfield again. Good deep kick, save a lot of running from the Saints forwards this, but it's going to go dead with the aid of this tremendous breeze. So Wakefield will restart with a 25-yard tap. Well, the great Australian half-back Wally Lewis had a spell with Wakefield in 83-84 season, and when Saints played him in that season, he certainly took us apart at Bellevue when Saints went down 31-22. They're looking for a bit of inspiration today. They started off in good style, but Saints have buckled down to the task. They've come back, and from a 16-point deficit, as I said, they're now leading by 10 points. Norton. Obviously looking for some of his old craft, try to lay on some good balls. He just a provider, creates the gap, but he's not been in the game all that much. 37 years of age, and the old bones must be getting a bit battered at this stage. Last tackle now on to Steve Eller. David Tanner's going to take it comfortably. Stops it with his foot, picks it up safely, going crossfield. Nigel Bell comes in for the tackle, finally does complete the tackle on Dave Tanner. It's still in possession. Bluer from acting halfback gives the dummy, tremendous dummy from Bluer there, but Bell brings him down. Cooper at acting halfback now. On to David Cosgrove. Solid lad this Cosgrove, but he knows one way, and that's forward. So it's moving it left. John Fieldhouse. Sixth and final tackle for the Saints now. Cooper lofts the up and under. O'Connor is chasing it. And it's hit the post, has it? Luluai. Oh, Luluai there. He just a bit at sixes and sevens. He didn't know where that ball was. O'Connor was up like a shot. I thought it just glanced off the post. Just give it a possible chance of the ball coming back in field, but it wasn't. And Wakefield now start with a 25-yard tap restart. Certainly been all Saints this second half. Just 22 minutes into this second half, so just 18 minutes of play remaining. Saints leading by 28 points to 18. Wakefield 10 yards from the halfway line, spreading it left. Eller, quick ball, and Mark Graham now playing out wide to the left. Loose ball there. So it's David Tanner, I think it is, yes. Brings Bell down. Onto Wilson. Tries to kick through, but Phil Beaver's well positioned. Drives upfield, spreads it left. Overlap on the left for Saints. Fieldhouse. Lofted ball to Loughlin. Quirk on his outside. Quirk gets it. Fletcher there. Saints inside. Bluer. But the ball goes down. Unlucky there. Quick hands from Saints. That's what they've got to do. They've got to spread it quickly over there to the Saints speedy backs on the flanks and try to create this overlap. Wakefield having to make another substitution now with forward 15 Stephen Potts coming on to replace number 6 Mark Conway. So there's quite a bit of reshuffling in the Wakefield pack, and we're imagine Nigel Bell and the second row forward, he'll come out into the half-back division. Potts goes straight into the pack, but Wakefield come up with the ball. Saints containing Wakefield. They've only had one excursion into the Saints 25 in this second half. It's Mark Graham again, he's the leader. Tries to flick it on, but the ball goes loose. David Tanner very bravely goes down on that loose ball. He's taken down by Mason, who's picked up bodily by Farber to allow Tanner to play the ball. Wakefield moving up, as I said again, in an offside position. They haven't been onside all the match, but referee Tennant, I don't think we give a penalty for offside. Fieldhouse bursting through, feeds it inside to Loughlin. Saints on the attack again, putting it together, but a knock on, I think. The ball going loose in that tackle. So it's a scrum down, similar position to the last scrum, midway between the Wakefield line and their own 25. Saints knock on, so it's going to be a Wakefield feed. Steve Eller to feed. Wakefield come up with the ball, but Saints I think Wakefield, well, it came out Wakefield's side, but Saints come up with it. Brilliant work from Darren Bluer. Saints back on the attack. Bernard Dwyer straighting up, driving for the line, just 10 yards short. Paul Barton, quick hands, Cooper, out to Lockley, quick hands there onto O'Connor, but the ball goes loose. David Tanner and Phil Eden, I think, haggling for the ball, but referee Tennant ruled a scrum down. So whether he's judging that David Tanner's knocked on or whether Eden's knocked on, I don't know. Can only tell by the feed. Well, Darren Blue has got the ball. No, it's going to be Wakefield feed, yes, Nigel Bell. He's gone to the scrum half position with Ella. They're going moving up to stand-off, I would imagine. But it's Wakefield now. Nigel Bell from acting half-back. 14 minutes of the game remaining. Saints with a 10-point cushion, 28 points to 18 in the lead. Wakefield in possession. Todd now bringing it left. Nearly had an interception there by Darren Blewer. Very unlucky there. Wakefield pressing it over to the left, and Blewer in like a shot there. Obviously knows he's got to keep turning in good performances to secure his place, with Neil Holding coming on last week when we played Hull, and certainly there's a bit more bite when Neil Holding come on with his tactical kicking and that, so he knows that Holding's after his first team place back and breathing down his neck. But he's had a good game today, as Darren Blewer. But it's Nigel Bell attacked in half-back. Wakefield in possession. John Glancy, straight runner, brought down 5 yards short of the halfway line. Knocker Norton at dummy half, going to bring it left. Mark Graham lurking down this left wing, loses the ball. David Tanner scoops it up. Well, Wakefield having used both the substitution Saints with 2 fresh men in the dugout there. But it looks as though they're going to have to make another substitution. But Tony Burke for Saints in possession. Burke breaks through. Tanner on the inside. Still going, Tony Burke. Brilliant play from this prop forward for Saints. Being impeded a little in his efforts to play the ball. Darren Blewer using Cosgrove as a foil. Nearly scored, but it's Cosgrove at dummy half. Takes it left for Saints. Got to get points on the board here. Shane Cooper. Brought down 10 yards, centre field, right in front of the sticks. Loop movement there, but Barton driving upfield, flicks it back. Kicked on by Billy Conway, so it's all on. Farber kicks it forward, no. Wakefield come up with the ball, very unlucky there. Number 4, Andy Mason. It's Wakefield back in possession. Substitute forward, Potts now for Wakefield. Billy Conway takes it to the right onto Todd. But Wakefield bringing it left. Luluai in the back line, back to Knocker Norton. Flicks it back inside to Nigel Bell. Solid tackling from the Saints. Wakefield getting nowhere. Solid tackling there from Farber and Dwyer. Good wrap round tackle there from Paul Farber. Back to full fitness after that nasty ankle injury scare. But it's Todd for Wakefield. It's the 6th tackle for Wakefield. Onto Potts, up centre field, but they've only got to tackle him with it, and it's a changeover. Wakefield want to make the substitution now. Heller having to come off. Obviously received a leg injury. Michael O'Connor on the left, creates the space. Still going O'Connor. His short's in tatters, but he feeds inside to Blewer. He's still stood up in the tackle, Blewer. Feeds it back inside to Les Quirk. Solid play from the Saints. Beavers wants a quick play of the ball. Taking it on his own from acting half, back inside to Paul Barton. Quick answer Fieldhouse, onto Farber. Brilliant ball handling skills from the Saints there. 10 yards from the Wakefield line. Les Quirk acting half back. Going on his own, straightens up, drives forward. Just 5 yards short of the try line now. Surely just a formality for Saints to get points on the board. Cooper, outrageous dummy, stretches for the line. Inches short. It's the 6th tackle of this set for Saints. Barton. But the ball's released and Wakefield come up with it. Wakefield now trying to get away, just over 10 yards from their own line. Luluai linking up, but it's Norton there in possession. On to Wilson now, but solid tackling from the Saints. Wakefield still in possession. Still trying to make the substitution now, but it's Mason, Andy Mason onto Norton. Taken down by Dwyer and Tony Burke. Billy Conway, dummy half. On to Glancy. Tries to grubber his way through, but Beavers takes it comfortably. Wilson comes in to complete the tackle for Wakefield. Loughlin, uncharacteristically for Loughlin, he knocks on. But a double substitution, one from each side now. Steve Eller comes off, replaced by Mark Conway, and Neil Holding comes on for Darren Blewer. As I said before, he's had a good game, Darren Blewer. Maybe he's got a little knock, I don't know, but Neil Holding back on the freshman Holding, and hopefully inject a little bit more pace into the Saints ranks. But Saints being penalised there for going down in the scrum, so Wakefield come up with a penalty. Well, a lot was said after last week's game against Hull. Our Saints were very lucky, but they played to the full 80 minutes. They only spread it to the wings twice. We scored 2 tries, one in the second minute and the other one at 4 minutes from time. But Saints certainly come back in good style today. As I said again, I can only reiterate, after trailing by 16 points in the 23rd minute of the first half, and coming back in good style, and now leading by 10 points, leading by 28 points to 18. Just about 8 minutes of normal time remaining. Norton in possession for Wakefield. A hint of obstruction there, centre field, but bought in quickly in there. Bangs Conway down. Norton attacks it half-back onto Todd. Todd running strongly late on. It's Conway now, going from acting half-back on his own. Bobbing and weaving, coming inside, being bounced down. It's the... well, he's played it to himself. I'm just going to say it's the last tackle of this set of 6. Obviously it was, but he was very quick there, Billy Conway. He played it to himself. He was brought down about 5 yards short of the Saints line. It's the changeover, and Saints are back in possession. Bernard Dwyer attacks in half-back, takes it to Paul Farber. Burst through the first line of defence, Farber, but being forced back. Saints still in possession, just inside their own 25. The ball back now for the kick-up field. Paul Loughlin kicks it deep. Luluai well underneath, it goes down with the ball, but keeps it intact in his hands. Good ankle tap there from David Tanner. Luluai just going to scoot between Tanner and Dwyer, but good tap from David Tanner. Potts there trying to drive upfield, but Cooper and Dwyer, I think it is, complete the tackle after the initial stop by Tony Burke. Eden now for Wakefield, drives up centre field. Glancy for Wakefield in possession, but being forced back. Conway, dummy half, Norton up centre field, flicks it left to Todd. 6 tackle again for Wakefield, also familiar in the second half. Norton bringing it left to Conway, Mark Conway, who grubbers it through, but good play there from David Tanner. Goes down on it, Phil Beavers receives the ball, tremendous handoff from Beavers, but he's finally brought down just short of the 25. David Cosgrove, I think that is, taking up the run-in from acting half-back position, taken down by Mark Graham and Wilson, the left centre. Cooper spending it left onto Farber. Quick hands from Saints there, Neil Holding now. From acting half-back, into space, O'Connor's with him on the left. Still going, onto O'Connor now. Well, how unselfish there of Michael O'Connor, brilliant play. He probably could have scored himself, and he fed it on to Shane Cooper, who touches down 10 yards to the right of the sticks. So Cooper there goes over his 6th try of the season, but brilliant play from Saints substitute back Neil Holding. Took the ball up there, took the running, scooted through the gap there, penetrated the Wakefield defence. He had Michael O'Connor on his left, but he didn't know he was there, but he beat the full back. And O'Connor backing up, came after coming on his left, came over to the right, he took the ball, and then how unselfish of Michael O'Connor, he probably could have scored himself, but Shane Cooper was there, he fed it to Cooper and he touched down 10 yards to the right of the sticks. So 32 points to 18 now. Going to be a resounding victory for the Saints. Just 3 minutes of normal time remaining. Paul Loughlin there just composing himself with the aid of the breeze. What an emphatic win, and Saints bouncing back in good style. So Paul Loughlin now just composing himself. Yes, no problem, slots it right between the sticks. £34 points to 18 now. Saints make another substitution with Roy Haggerty coming on for David Cosgrove just for the last 3 minutes. Well, as I say before, after last week against Hull, a lot of critics saying about how lucky we were, but we played for the full 80 minutes. I wonder what they're going to come up with for today's performance. Certainly looked shaky very early on, but buckled down to the task, certainly putting it together, certainly putting the best rugby that we've seen here at Nosey Road since we defeated Salford in the second half of the league match. Let's just hope they can keep it up, keep the good play up, and we're certainly through to the semi-final. Whether we play this Saturday coming or whether it's going to be the Saturday after, it'll depend on the draw tomorrow morning. But it's Saints now. Paul Loughlin pegging the Wakefield side back in their own half. Wilson keeps it in field onto James Luluai. But Tanner comes in, takes a knock in that tackle as Luluai was going through. Just injured on the floor, but nothing in the tackle at all. Certainly a good tackle by Tanner on Luluai. Mark Graham now. Finally allowed to play the ball. Billy Conway, dummy half. To Mark Conway, but Nigel Bell juggles with the ball. It's Wakefield, certainly they've had it now. The ball flicked up to Knocker Norton. Back to Conway. In the last minute of normal time, I don't think we've had much stoppage at all, really. Wilson on the last tackle, left to Mason. Chips over Tanner's head, but Beavers takes it safely. Beats the defence, takes it to Tony Burke, who spreads it left. Still running Tony Burke. Tremendous game, but brought forward today, Tony Burke. A good team performance from the Saints, but Paul Martin there, the man with the ball, he certainly had a tremendous game. Wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't in the running for the sponsors man of the match. There's nothing been announced yet, so certainly leaving it late. Just unless they have announced it and we've not heard it. Cooper chips over, O'Connor takes it, Tanner on his left, but O'Connor's offside being ruled. Oh, what's the man playing at? He must be trying to keep the score down for Wakefield. Offside, O'Connor well behind Cooper there when he chipped through. Brilliant plan move. Certainly another 6 points there, going a begging for the Saints. Referee Tennant can manage to see that offside, but he's never seen Wakefield offside all the match, and he's been lined out with him. Yeah, you know what they say about this Tennant, he's good, but not that good. There's the final hooter. The final score, 34 points to 18 for the Saints. What a tremendous emphatic win for the Saints here at Nosey Road today. Trailing by 18 points to 14. And it was all Saints in the second half. Hit back in the 3rd minute with a Paul Farmer try. Goal by Loughlin. That made it 20 points to 18 for the Saints. And that put us in the lead for the first time in this match. Then, in the 11th minute, a Paul Loughlin penalty goal. 22 points to 18 for the Saints. Then, Bernard Dwyer finishing off in good style in the 17th minute, converted by Paul Loughlin. That made it 28-18, and then there, just in the dying minutes, Shane Cooper. It was just a formality for Cooper. All he had to do was set the ball off Michael O'Connor after some good running there by Neil Holding. Penetrated the Wakefield defence, and O'Connor up in support, and Cooper finished it off in good style. Converted by Paul Loughlin, so that made the final score 34 points to 18. So we're in the hat for the draw for the semi-finals tomorrow morning. As I said, it's going to be neutral ground, but we don't know who we're going to be playing. Witness already through from yesterday's match, so we just look. We don't know whether we're going to have the next Saturday or a week on Saturday. But anyway, thanks for joining us again today, and what an exciting game here at Nosey Road. So on behalf of Saints Rugby Club, Peter Tushingham Photography, your cameraman Brian Fears, myself Ron Hoof, I just hope you can join us again for the semi-final of the Players, either next Saturday, but if we're not in the first draw, we'll certainly be away at Hull, at Humberside. So thanks once again for joining us, and we'll see you next week, whatever the case.